being empathic and having dreams is sometimes not always the normal directive within so many people, and this happens within people that are either disabled or born with all sorts of things and heightened senses and gifts, and that's what I am mentioning here because I was also born with a disability, and I was also empathic, and I also had intuitions and very heightened senses of what may happen, and it's and many of these senses begin to spike when I'm around a lot of people that are pretty well not very wonderful people that are rude or disrespectful or thoughtless, and my heightened senses go into full blast and begin to become the part of that. And this dates back to when I was 6 years old, when I was completely sensing everything, and my senses became switched on. And most of the time, my senses were very strong, and this also involves technology, imagination, dreams, thoughts, and so forth. And I was born this way when not realizing it, and being multi-talented and imaginative and everything else. But being intuitive with a disability is never easy. Back in the day, it would have been looked upon as either witchcraft or either that which a lot of people would consider me either a freak or somebody that is very much something or other. And this world is sometimes a lot of judging going on, and that's what it is. But sometimes there are reasons for that, and many folks are unable to wrap their finger around that. But being born with a disability or a mental challenge and being empathic can be a challenge within itself, because the senses are always open, and that can also be really scary business when dealing with thought and dreams and other things that are throughout being the person that I am, and realizing that some thoughts are never a part of this, but having dreams about places, rooms, offices, stores, buildings, anything per se, or what have you, is part of it. And it's never an easy considered opinion, because I had these gifts since I was 6 years old, and primarily they became heightened and they took control when I was walking around the next day after I broke the window at 2077 Dutton Avenue. Many of my heightened senses went into full blast and everything else. Another event took place when I was in 205 Dutton Avenue. When I went into the house, I saw some blood on a floor left over from the early 1970s. This woman stabbed her husband to death after he cheated on her. And it became known that I became an empath and I've been sensing things. Another time I sensed when my dad's dog was on its last legs and it died months later. My sister, who died in 2010, I had a sense that there was something completely wrong when that took place. So it was kind of known that being an empath and having intuition is a part of either being a witch or a warlock with mental challenges back in the day, and some of us do have those. But it's very, very hard to understand the who, what, where, and when concerning being different than most of the people that are around you. And that's a hard can of fish to deal with, because we're all born different, and that's what it is. And it is what it is. But we generally generalize that it's never easy. And then on top of it all, in 1990, I discovered that I was a gay homosexual male, which that also put a slant on there too. And it's hard to generalize that many beliefs are never easy, and that is why I'm making this, is because there are so many of us out there that do not have an idea of who or what we are. And I like to put a face on this, mostly. Thank you.